Who has the power to initiate war? And how narrow are the exceptions? What does Article 1 actually require? And what powers does Article 2 not give a president? I was writing down my questions watching the coverage all weekend for you.
Well, I think this is always a good thing to do. We'll come back, of course, to the case at hand and the what I think is an egregious violation of international law and domestic law. But let's start with the basics. As you said, our Constitution does something that the British system of government didn't do. They combined the war powers of carrying out the war, acting as commander in chief, and also deciding whether or not to initiate a war in the crown, in the monarch. And the idea of the American founding was this is too dangerous, that we really want to separate out the executive decisions about how to carry a war out, the commander in chief role, from the decision of whether or not to go to war. And the framers really knew that creating that division, and just to point out what they did to answer your question, Article 2 creates the president and limits it, and it gives the commander-in-chief power to the president. Article 1 gives the power to declare or initiate, in other words, initiate war to Congress. And they did that for a reason, which is
Right.
that they wanted Congress to be careful. They knew that the decision to go to war wasn't just a, separate small foreign policy issue. It really would consume the nation. And so they'd rather be slow, deliberate, in that decision, and that's why they gave it to the Congress, not to the president.